Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking about what exactly I'm going to be looking for as far as journaling and silent reading. Just like we do in class in person, we will be either journaling or silent reading every day of class. And just like when we had class in person, on Monday and Wednesday we'll be silently reading, and then on Tuesday and on Thursday we'll be journaling. I talked about what you can read in a different video or in a letter. But essentially, as long as you're reading something, I'm really happy about it. You can be reading a book, you could be reading an article online, you could be reading a newspaper. As long as you're reading for the time that I'm asking you to and you're logging the information, I'm going to be really happy. Before I show you where to log the information, let me show you where your prompts are going to be showing up. So we're here on Google Classroom where everything is always going to be, and we'll go to the week 1 material because that's what we're in. We're in week 1. We see the welcome thing, and we know that it's the day that we need to be working on. Now we'll scroll down to the actual silent reading, this warm-up. It'll have the date on there so you can double check that you're on the right day as well. I'm going to ask you for 10 minutes of silent reading throughout the entirety of this online learning kind of honor system. It's up to you to make sure that you're using that time. Now here's what I need from you. I need what are you reading? I need who wrote it or edited it. If you're reading an online article that doesn't have an author, that's totally fine. Just tell me what website is it. Is it CNN.com? Is it NPR? Just tell me what website you're looking at. I also need you to tell me how much did you read? Where did you start? Where did you end? You can measure this in either pages or paragraphs as well. Maybe you read 10 pages, maybe you read 20 paragraphs. It really kind of depends on if you're reading a book or an article, which of those measurements is going to be easiest for you to access. Now, again, here's my example for silent reading. If we go to the Thursday's lessons, Thursday, March 26th, it'll be a journal day. And you'll have some directions up here where you're going to be turning it in, etc. And then behind this line, or I guess below this line, is the actual prompt. So the prompt for Thursday, I already have it up there. It's National Make Up Your Own Holiday Day. So I'm just going to ask you about that. If you could make a holiday, what would it be? All the questions are right here. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You'll notice there is no timer. So what I'm asking instead is 5 to 10 sentences for each journal prompt. So as long as you're answering every single one of these questions, you'll hit that 5-sentence mark, no problem. Now let me show you where you'll actually be doing this, because I can't print papers out for you. I'm not going to be collecting your journals, so we have to find out a way to do this digitally. If we go back to our Google Classroom in the Persuasive Writing unit, you'll see a journal and silent reading log. This is where I'm going to ask you to do all of your typing. It has the directions for both silent reading, again, the title of it, the author of it, how much did you read, and it has the directions for journals as well. Again, this 5 to 10 sentences long. It's not due until April 20th. That's the Monday that we're supposed to return. Fingers crossed. So essentially, I'm going to ask you to journal or silent read every day. Log it into this document. You need a Google document to type on. Make sure it's linked to this assignment so that I can see it. And I will be going through and looking at it every day, but you don't have to turn it in. This is going to allow you to continue to edit it so that I don't have to return it to you every single time, because that would be a huge pain. If you want an example of exactly what I'm looking for, I have an example document. So if we open that up really quick, I already completed a reading entry for Wednesday. The title of my book is Fear and Loathing in America. It's just a bunch of letters. It's like 1,000 pages of letters. It's edited by Douglas Brinkley. That's the closest thing I could get to an author. I started on page 18 and I ended on page 24. So after 10 minutes of reading, that's how far I got. I simply got onto this document and I logged in the information. Again, I didn't turn it in. I also completed a journal entry for Thursday, this National Make Your Own Holiday Day. And of course, my holiday would be about sentence diagramming. So I just wrote, I think, like 6 sentences about that, really just following the prompt. Um, Eventually, on Monday, March 20th, I will finally turn this in. But at that point, there's going to be like, trying to do the math, the 2 entries for this week, the 4 entries next week, and the 4 entries the week after that. I think that's how long we're doing this digital learning. So you'll have somewhere like 10 entries on here. As long as you're doing it every day, that's awesome, because this is how I'll largely be taking attendance, this and other assignments. I need to know that you're doing this work, and when I look and I see, yep, there's a journal entry for Thursday the 26th, I know that you've been in my class. Please make sure that you're getting this done. Again, the prompts are going to be just in this presentation. They'll say warm up, silent reading, or journal, and then you'll be logging the information in here. That's all I've got for you. Thanks very much. Have an awesome day.